Continue. That's a quieter song. There we go.
Good evening, boys and girls.
Where's my Mickey Mouse?
I'm coming.
This choice.
I got dreams and adventure, heartache and sorrow, suspense and romance and hope for tomorrow. Try as I might, it's so hard to catch a break in this crazy world. It's the chance you gotta take. I went from bad to good to worse, and now I'm feeling like I'm cursed. I wake up in the morning, my head starts to spin, knowing full well that the good guy did win. Try as I might, it's so hard to catch a break in the crazy world. It's the chance you gotta take. I'm coming. Evening rounds, coming for you. I got dreams and adventure, heartache and sorrow, suspense and romance and hope for tomorrow. Try as I might, it's so hard to catch a break in the crazy world. It's the chance you gotta take. The telephone rings and nobody's on the line. 3 a.m. each morning and it's right on time. Thought I heard a whisper and somebody called. I guess I must have just pissed somebody off. Evil demons running through the walls. I'm coming. Evil demons. I got dreams and adventure, heartache and sorrow, suspense and romance and hope for tomorrow. Try as I might, it's so hard to catch a break in the crazy world. It's the chance you gotta take. It's a evil demon. Do you wanna play? I know a couple good games. Do you wanna know? No. Try as you might, it's so hard to catch a break in the crazy world. It's the chance you gotta take. I got dreams and adventure, heartache and sorrow, suspense and romance and hope for tomorrow. Try as I might, it's so hard to catch a break In the crazy world, it's the chance that you take.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the One Synth Nation contest. We're gonna finish it out today, and contestants are competing for their chance to win their very own stylophone.
68, the original model.
Shan Mom here with Shinji Holocron and Mr. John Dirt.
John Dirt. Morning.
Are we ready to get started?
Yeah, playlist.
Hey, I like the intro song by Angie, and I thought that the entries we listened to yesterday were really stellar. And this should be challenging to hone into what we consider the best one. So, yes.
But per our opinion.
And
Yes,
I will be backing out of the criticisms and everything on this round.
Oh God, no! You were perfect. I know I mentioned you weren't a judge, and then I felt bad. You should just.
Oh no! Just because I didn't mind helping in the last round, just because we are kind of narrowing it down to make this round better.
Got it.
But if you guys need any help, I believe Tony is here, and he's gonna be the tiebreaker.
Perfect.
So we have 9 tracks, and I mean they range in length.
I put it in a not too specific order.
Okay.
But I did put it in an order.
Oh, you did. Okay, I thought we had the order maybe like how they were entered in, but I'm ready.
I mean they're pretty random. I was gonna say
It's random.
We'll hear them
it's
all.
pretty random.
Yeah, we'll hear them all.
Alrighty. I'm kind of nervous because it is gonna be hard. I pulled up our first track we're gonna listen to today is called Monotron Delay V-Rap Style.
Oh
This
yes.
is by V-Rap.
V-Rap. Cool.
So that's a really cool thing he made it with. Is that the guitar pedal?
No, that's
No?
the mod. That's the Korg Monotron.
Oh, it's analog. Okay, very cool.
Yeah, apparently it's an
There's one other
amazing
song-
delay, modulation delay, optimized for sound effects and space stuff. Yeah, I think this could be a spacey song because space delay with time and feedback controls wave shape.
It's
Compact.
the one from the contest I'm gonna buy for myself.
Oh, cool. Because, it certainly is compacted. I'm curious about the ribbon. What does that mean?
The ribbon synth, analog ribbon synth. I'm
Yeah,
not
which-
sure.
Yeah, the ribbon got my eye. I should have delved in further. But anyway, it looks like a really cool, compact, portable synthesizer. Yeah.
It says he blindly made a bunch of sounds, which is awesome, and then put it through a sampler. So let's check it out by
Cool,
V-Rap.
cool. Oh, and the keyboard glows. Oh, wow. There you go. Need that. Bass. Yeah. Like the bass. Oh, this one's-
All right.
I was
We're
go-
gonna
gotta
give
get-
we're gonna give thoughts after each track. So I
Absolutely.
will say this one had rhythm and like an alarm system.
Those are my listening glasses. Okay.
Right.
Yes. So hey, that was like, hey, that must be the dance track.
That was really funky.
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
was
that was
also
danceable.
kind of creepy and crawly, like there was insects in my mind when I was listening.
It's
to
a
that one.
jungle. It's a jungle safari. That's what I figured.
Googles.
I did like how it started with that smooth underlying bass, so that it didn't just kind of get like all too dee. So he gave a good grounding at the beginning. I thought was nice, and then it just built up, and then there's those squeaky sounds again. That's I heard some squeaky sounds yesterday, but it felt like I was like a walking elephant. Sure, the sort of these insects around you, as you mentioned, or the birds. So I thought it was immersive. I thought it was wacky at times and fun, but I never felt in any danger. So I'm not sure why I said that, but so it really just was fun. It didn't get too ominous. I'm glad he said it was random. I mean, we played random sounds, sure. I might have teetered on the edge a few minutes, but it turns out I like this one. Yeah, I thought he was exploring well, and maybe it's pretty simple to go but I just thought it was a fun little jungle safari. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a perfect example of what that can do.
Yes.
It looks like he's used 10 tracks.
He did. Yeah. 10 tracks.
Um,
He did some effects within BandLab as well. Some pans, but left, right's fine, I'm sure. A couple filters was okay.
Really interesting, that one.
Geez, I think I got the right one. Maybe I just read about the wrong one, but anyways,
And 5 points. Not that the points really matter, but 5 points for using the analog.
okay, good to know
hardware.
again.
All right. We're gonna revisit one we did yesterday by Cogswell Sprocket. Careful with that axe. Let's listen again to this one.
Okay, and this one isn't without a brain. This is the axe one. Okay, good.
Yes. Here we go.
It's gonna be rolling. Oh, that was a little outrageous and fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed that the second time around just as much.
I just want to make a correction on that last one by V-Rap. There was no effects and no pans in band lab. Turned out.
Oh,
So
okay.
minor point, but wouldn't want to be spreading false info. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. That's all right. So
Careful with
yeah,
that.
about careful with that axe. I wrote down a few words. Chopping, classic synth, pretty, worldly, oscillation, drums. I think it was a good length.
I got beautiful in there too. Yeah.
It was cohesive, and yeah, I really enjoyed that one the second time around. That's probably in my top.
Oh, don't
Right
give
now.
your cards yet. No.
I know.
Don't play your cards.
There's so many.
It's difficult not to do that, but all right. So yes, and so we listened to this yesterday, right? So we could sort out between the Cogswell's submissions, and just a bit again about this analog keyboard again, 1984, Kai. So that's kind of early, and I happen to be a Stranglers fan, so I'm gonna have to mention that Golden Brown song again. I don't know, did we hear church organs? Because apparently it's really good for church organs.
Yes, I heard that.
And and apparently there's no smoke or mirrors. Okay, it's all done with a basic oscillator, waveforms, and a decent filter. So almost suggest it's kind of a simpler one at the same time. So I again oscillating bass for true. I thought, yep, he's got that figured out. Then with these scratches. Of course, we love the ending a lot. Warped keyboards, beautiful as well. I mentioned yesterday, kind of a 3-dimensional sound. There was lots happening with the 3 tracks, and as with the other one, and actually all these entries, I still feel like the mixes are really good. I don't quite know how you're all doing it, but good for you. And so it took me to far away places, and I was far out, and ending with that chaos. And Dirt's a fan of chaos sometimes, so great song.
Right on.
Very good.
The next one on our list is from yesterday as well, so we might get a little bit of deja vu here.
Okay.
But the one after that breaks it up a little bit. We don't want to know your favorite.
This is my
No.
favorite.
From
Quiet.
yesterday. Okay. Here we go with Al Peter,
Bend.
Bend and Blend
Blend.
like that.
Like that.
I'll be reviewing my notes.
Check. Yeah, I like this thing. That's a bit of a
Very good.
So this is the fellow, right? Peter. He's using the M Audio again. I mentioned yesterday about M Audio, great keyboards, great studio monitors, reasonably priced gear, and then he's using the open source synthesizer called Surge, and I thought it was really good how he did a shout out for the fact that it's as robust as it is, and I've given it a try, and it's solid sounds. I'm not doing what he's doing quite yet with it, but I think that's really good because that's just so accessible, right? We're talking about open source software, and that still kind of half amazes me that that's doable. I was back to that. It kind of made me feel like I'm walking like an elephant again at some point. Yesterday, I referred to the bit like being Esquivel and Esquivelian. And so that'd be like space age bachelor pad music if we go back to late 60s. But then I was starting to listen to it and I kind of didn't want to hear that. I just, I liked it for some parts of it, but I thought that stuff that's behind there, that's actually what I wanted to hear more.
Yeah, it was like whale sound behind.
There was some beautiful sounds in that background there, and I'm not against the at all, but I was trying to block it out.
Well, those were a little bit like, those are like the little like playful parts in it where
too much.
Kind of like Danny Elfman or
No, have you heard Danny Elfman's new music?
Nope. No.
So you know who Danny Elfman is, right?
Oh, when you tell me, then I'll say yes.
He's from the Oinga Boinga.
Oh yeah, so yep, good.
And now
I met him,
like,
so
he makes like movie music or whatever now for like Tim Burton and shit. But because of COVID, he got back into making rock music. He has a song, it's a single called Happy, and it reminds me a lot of what Peter did with the playful part of that, with also blending it with kind of like a haunting or scary.
All right, so but it's a movie soundtrack or something.
No, it's a rock song. You can look it up on YouTube. It's
no, I'm referring to his song
Elfman.
now. Sorry, I'm referring to his song
I'm just
now.
saying someone could easily turn what Peter did there into, something really creepy, and it's almost like what the Joker would listen to before he murders you.
For sure, for true. I'm not the Joker, but I get it. Maybe also I just wanted some more variety within that sound as it went on. I thought that'd be cool, right? If you go and then it just kind of warped into something a bit more all-encompassing within there. It's not Dead Man's Party, but I'm hearing you now. As far as Oingo boingo.
I'm always more of a private life kind of guy.
I think what I am saying is, God, I want to hear that song, and I just want that stripped out so I can hear it that way as well.
Well, I mean, we could go in there and do that if you want.
Oh! I don't think that's how the contest works.
But I mean, it adds a different dimension to it for sure.
Still might be in my top 3. I just wanted to love it more because I'm like Esquivel. Jesus.
It's a good one, yeah.
Now this one's interesting because as far as hardware, I'm not sure how you would grade it. I mean, I guess it would be analog.
Ooh, that's kind of in your court, right? Because
that seems difficult to use for a whole song.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
So this is a all sounds generated via Boss GT6 guitar pedal with Evo and slide.
Oh, right. I did look it up. Right. I should know more. I should share what I kind of know more about this pedal. Right. Good point. Jesus. Well, I do like how Tolga tends to go in his humble opinion. So I just love that because that gets me kind of hooked. So,
yeah. Right.
I could tell you it's got a striking gold chassis, loving array of knobs and pedals. It has a auto tone. Okay, bass has auto tone itself again with the guitar effects processor, and that's just what is on the outside. Okay, under the hood, COSM modeling engine ever created, the most advanced. So, geez, with 30 amp models plus the all new Cosmos distortion overdrive pedal, UNB, D flatter, superb, and then we went in the track itself. He didn't do any effects in BandLab, so he was getting it through that pedal. And granted, he's using that Evo, I believe, right? He loves that.
Yeah.
His Evo and his slide. And so, I don't know, maybe the gear's a 3?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a sequencer kind of style. Like you have to set the effects and then play it.
Sure, and he did it on 11 tracks worth, and I think we'll hear that.
Yeah, I've listened. It's a good song. It's one of my favorites on the list.
You just be quiet now, but yes, as well. Too much stuff going on here.
Wow.
Hey, that was
very impressive because it was just a guitar pedal.
and he plays the ebow really quite well. Hey, was that staticky, crackly sound? It was actually in the song, right, for the first part, and then near the end.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, I could have maybe had a less volume on that. Oh, I'm going to point out at this point, just because I think it's a sort of a music-y thing. The reason I'm using just earbuds like this is because for listening to this is because, well, that's what most people are probably listening to your music through. I did listen to these on better quality headphones as well. So that's why I mentioned the scratchy part, because it's probably coming out because these are just,
I can't stand earbuds, man. They're gonna.
Yeah. Well, I only do it so I can hear what the other people are hearing, because they're the most used shit, right? So that's really the only reason. But anyway, sorry.
I would hope most band labbers have a nicer pair of headphones.
Yeah, but they might go walking in the forest
on a phone.
Yeah,
do it with better headphones.
Yeah, but my goal is to have one day there's people outside of band lab. But yeah, I certainly made some notes on this one because it was really just so smooth and eerie. And Shinji, I think you'd agree. I mean, it's not a theremin, but that could be maybe our sort of theremin sound.
Theremin
sounds. It's exactly.
That's what I wrote. Theremin sounds brought me up.
Dr. Theremin, Dirt loves the theremin. I wrote that too. So, and so the bass line works because it held it together, right? Because I kind of thought that was important as we were ring. So
brought it together.
So the bass and that guitar pedal and and then I had to figure out and who used this. Well, yesterday I made mention of Perubu. So Perubu uses this pedal and not that it really matters, but it sounded like Beach Boys sci-fi 50s sci-fi thing a bit, right? I think. Yeah. I gave it a pretty darn good score too, so we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I mainly want to mention that this is just so creative to use a guitar pedal, and it's kind of the thing that we wanted to get people to do, just to show what you can do with the one synth. I mean, it's amazing.
I think we graded that one well, as the other ones, because we listened to them yesterday and we graded them quite well as well. So
yeah, and here's another one from yesterday by Vin Hudson, the Summer on Rexel 5, which was the best of his entries.
That was our pick of them, yeah.
To it again today.
Okay, it's gonna go to the washroom, but I'm all good. Got it lined up. Rexel. I think it's also a good nod to BandLab, using the built-in synth with us being on BandLab. That's probably good. Yeah.
So just going over like what I wrote yesterday. It's wet. It sang to me. Tomorrow, people. That was just really enjoyable to listen to. It kind of like tickled your inner ear there.
It reminded me of Logan's Run.
Logan's Run.
Logan's Run.
Yeah, I could see
My
that.
favorite sci-fi movie of all time.
That's a classic.
Well, maybe also kind of had a melody and almost a hook, and you kind of maybe half knew what was going to happen on this song a little bit more than some of the others, right? That probably, for me, that kept it a bit engaging, certainly, right?
I agree.
You know, there was a structure, and on this one, it was 2 tracks. You just duplicated 1 track, second time, 2 MIDI tracks. So I think we'd agree, very cinematic start. Yeah, and I felt like I was floating in lush space, just sort of repeat from yesterday. But yeah, it was super nice, simple oral sculpture. Well done. Felt like summer on Rexel 5, I suppose. Very good.
Yeah. Cool name too. I mean, I love where he's pulling
Names could
inspiration.
matter. Yeah, titles could matter.
Alrighty, we're going to rare known modes entry next.
Oh, I can't go to the washroom yet then. Oh, new one. Okay.
Really cool guy. Rare known modes always has an appreciation of synthesizers.
And he is self-taught as well.
He's self-taught. This is called Wandering. Wandering.
Micro freaking out.
Yes.
Micro freaking
Yeah,
out.
the second part's more important for sure. Micro freaking out.
Vocoder. I'm excited about this because I love a vocoder. Let's listen.
A stylophone. Change this. Just go to the washroom. I'll be right back. So I'm going to need a hand here on this. What do you know about, so this gear and then this graphic that's here, who's claiming it's a stylophone and it's a vocoder, is it?
Go into the fork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was just the vocoder, but I
didn't hear any actual stylophone in the song.
Okay, good. Because I think I did some research on something that it's not. But what's most important is I said it sounded like a vocoder, so at least I knew what it sounded like without knowing the right gear at the time.
I like this track. It was like a grumbling in your belly, a digestive sea. But I do wish that the robotic like talking was a little bit louder.
Yeah, and maybe a bit more too. But yeah, he's got 6 tracks in there, I think. That's what I had said. And for some reason, I thought dial me in. So I have to maybe hear the beginning again. But I guess it meant it. I got dialed in well.
You need to hear individual tracks. Can you play just the strings? Anything that doesn't have void on or
just the yellow?
I need to hear the AMF mood strings copy, and I need to hear AMF analog chaser.
Now we're digging deeper.
You could just hit the SSS.
And there it is, the
right.
AMF.
And replay it.
Yeah, it would be fun to dissect each one of these, but
Can you hear it?
so I love robots, and this track is robot sounding.
Is that Robbie the robot, or is that Robbie with the robot?
Oh shit! I'd have to get the box, but no, it's not. It's not quite the real thing, I don't think. Yeah.
Like the most famous robot in American sci-fi.
Oh, I'll send you a link to my friend the boy. He does robot art, and so I'll send you that privately. He does robot art, like in a really super cool style, kind of taking Disney in with it. He's a freak art.
That's cool.
But you'll like his robot art.
I can easily say that those stems were not made with stylophone.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, which I just had missed information, but did it seem Kraftwerky? I mean, that's cliche, but I thought it sounded was Kraftwerky and Germanish.
I mean, Kraftwerk's not cliche. If you're an electronic musician, then you're inspired by Kraftwerk to a degree, or inspired by someone who was inspired by Kraftwerk.
Oh, I meant it in the best of ways. Yeah, I didn't mean like a bad thing. I'm all over Kraftwerk. In fact, they lost a significant player last year. So yeah, I thought that was good. Mixed and mastered in BandLab.
Yeah, that was done really well.
Lots of stems.
Yeah,
lots of stems.
Were satisfying to look at.
Yes. I just like how I thought it was a vocoder, and then it was. So yay me. Yeah. I give it a point on that. Yeah. what do we
right,
got here?
so this is our next one.
Break time.
We're revisiting from yesterday by emotions when Shinji meets Shinmon, the love version.
Yeah. And last night I was dreaming about, oh, maybe I like the space version more. So here we go.
I know, me too.
No, I didn't listen
That
to him
was
again.
the toughest, I think, of the, well, besides Vin Hudson, but yesterday was tough in itself. So
in my brain, I'm going to combine the two, I think.
yeah,
It's sort of going to happen here, I think.
If you have them on a playlist, just have them back to back. So that way it's like a continuation, right?
I'll just, if there's any irritating parts, I'll think it was the wrong one and I'll just ignore them. It's good.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Car horns. Shanman, on the screen, you're really quite small, but were you doing this sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I mean, I can't really see the, but I thought, yep, I could do that too to that song with the wherever it's going.
Just like spirit fingers.
Sure, just oh, that's good. It's the right version, I think, because you know it's that shorter one, and that again, it wasn't as overpowering, so I'm sure it's the one. The traffic car horns, I can't recall the artist, but I think in the 80s it was an album out of New York some lady did, and the whole album was New York car horns. So I find that's my memory marker, endearing part of the love the beginning on that one too. Oh, and this is the gear, right? This is the monster gear that's, you know, used by all the I'm sure still used by many artists, but back to the Emerson, Lake and Palmers and probably all the 80. Oh, gee, would we say prog rock even stuff? I don't know. But anyway, great piece of gear. Apparently it's the Monster Beast. Super.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and it comes in on BandLab as one track too. So again, as I mentioned, that means there's stuff going on in the machine itself, which I thought was really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Rush was one of the bands that you said yesterday uses this equipment.
That's our Canadian content. You know, we don't want to stray from that. So yes, yeah. Oh, the list is longer, but it's just, again, I can say, oh, it's the cliche list, you know, of all the greats, of course. But did I say Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here? Yeah, I'm sure that was in that list as well.
Yes.
So, so I just like that this person probably plays it quite a bit, I suggest. It's good.
It's a good contender.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I think Emotions was actually our first person that submitted a song as well.
One of the first. Right?
He
Eager.
was the first.
Oh, okay. They are losing half a point because that is sucking up, man. Sorry, they went.
All right, next we have
Take
a
that
very
lightly.
special entry. This is actually our son's
This is
entry.
the sun. 1 minute of excitement. Woo. Let's do it.
User unknown.
He had
But
a
we
much
know
cooler.
him.
He had a much cooler name before he rebranded.
Yeah.
But you got the dots over the N and stuff. So
But look at the support of mommy. This is on mommy's phone, and she didn't even like it. Oh, there you finally
What?
did.
Oh, gee, guys.
I was waiting to listen to it.
How many
But I
months
mean,
did this come out ago?
this is just a fun little gadget to play with the pocket operator, and
It's
it
all arcade noises.
made to look like a calculator. So in class, you know, you can mess.
You can
Yeah,
get
they
away
actually
with
have a
it.
cover.
Ah.
They have a cover for it, and when the cover's on it, it looks like a calculator.
So that's the whole stealth thing. That's what makes it so doubly cool. Good.
But
Yeah.
we don't let him take it to school. We're kind of disappointed him. He has a C or a B in
But
band.
he's a C in band. It's like, how can you have a C in band?
Yeah, I mean,
You just got to play it.
that's the biggest disappointment right now for. So we're gonna play it, and
That's
he
good.
might come home while we're playing it.
Yeah.
So
Well, hey, I could send a note to the music teacher in regards to him entering a contest, and he ranked well. And okay.
No, because then she'll want me to make drum tracks for them to play over. And I'm like, I've been avoiding
Ooh.
that like the plague.
Oh, she'd love that. I'm quite sure.
I'm avoiding that like the plague.
Here we go.
Mm. It's just a. Oh, it's 2 minutes. Good. So I like that I get to, see and hear what I guess the kids are taking to school. That's good to keep up to date on as well.
Those things are so expensive. No kids buy them.
I mean, I guess unless he's really, really into making little.
$90 brand new.
But I mean, just because I've used this thing myself, I know that it's like, you press a button and it kind of sequences it around, and you press another button and it goes around, and you program it. So it's kind of cool for like STEM activities and stuff, right? I mean, like,
seems that most of those are around the $100 mark, from what I could see, because there's a couple others, but I ran into that. Hey, what's the panty part about? So panty pocket operator.
Okay, so that is the only thing I helped him with. There's this band that I listened to a long time ago, and they had a song called "Panty Party Hand Cramp."
Okay.
And he wanted to call it party something, and I was like, you should call it a panty party. Because it was I said you should call it the pocket operator something, and he was like, that sounds like I'm jerking off or something in my pocket. And I was like, they call it the panty pocket operator.
Good. Hey, when they're did on these machines and Shannon using as well, does quantizing come into this at all? I mean, is it fixing the beats, or does he really got to do it in time?
I think that it depends. Like, you can turn the metronome or whatever off, and then it doesn't keep it in time. I don't think he really knew what he was doing. He was just having fun. But
it will quantize if you want it to.
Yeah.
Because like when I first started, side note, when I first started doing this thing, I only about a year ago started quantizing stuff, because I thought I just want to see how, want to get fairly good at it without letting the machine kind of do it for me, which is, I'm sure, quite backwards. But so anyway, to the song. So he had 5 tracks in there, right? When it got into BandLab. And there's some effects and pans. Oh, I had to make mention, I think whenever I hear something that sounds like a video gamey kind of thing, I like Galantis for that reason. So I'm going to say this is kind of like Galantis without any of the EDM, that's a compliment. So Teenage Engineering, which is, I think it's a great name for a synthesizer. I mean, that gets all the kids wanting to do it. So their slogans or their ads is, produces retro and modern synths, and you can create a whole song on that. So I thought the percussion was interesting too, the on the side too, 16-step sequencer, sophisticated arrangement. So I thought, anyway, the track is spacey and yet has a sound of an arcade game, I think, quite obviously. Retro prong. I thought the sound placements were super. I thought it was good that nothing sounded like farts, because I don't like fart sounds in electronic music, by the way. And so I don't think any of these entries had that, because boom, they would be.
It definitely sounded different than all the other entries. It had a good build. It was old school, kind of a niche thing. So.
And this is a kid, right?
Yeah, he's 12.
So that's kind of good too, right? We're getting a good demographics here on age, which is a bit. So I it had a subtle, so it had a build up. Apparently, I thought it was a nice subtle build up, so it got going a bit. I don't know. I think apparently I wanted to give it half a point just because the geeky nature of the gear. And now that I know they take it to school, and the song title, but now I know Dad helped a tiny bit. So sorry about that, son.
That was a fun little entry.
Super fun. Apparently, I rated it quite high. Funny. Good.
I told him, I was like, "You're not gonna win," and he was like, "Oh, I know. I just want to support you." And I was like, "All right, that's cool."
Hey, let's hear it for the youth, kind of thing, right?
Yep. Save us on shipping.
It would save us on shipping if he did win, but he can't win. He's already disqualified.
I gotta think about that.
It was simple, and it was just a fun, different entry that we had today. So,
yeah, perfect.
Thank you, user unknown, who I know personally. All right, so
he doesn't want to be a holocron now.
Our last,
just be user holocron or some shit.
He's rebelling from his name.
He's rebelling.
There might be a bit of that coming. Good. I got a grown daughter. She's probably your age.
Yeah. Here's our last entry: Project Monotron by Tatsukete Music.
Yeah, I'll leave the pronunciation to you on that one too.
Took my little tiny Korg Monotron delay and created some noise terror. Oh, I love that.
No other sounds or effects.
Yeah, no effects, no pans. 10 tracks smashed into BandLab.
And
I will say this song is dangerously catchy.
And I'm already excited looking at the gear here. So.
And I do have a
hear
of this song that I will be releasing soon.
I think I heard something in the background. That's good. Releasing soon. Yes. So that wonderful gadget, this chord monotron delay that he's using, fat, I agree, fat, warm analog, bathed in outrageous space delay. In fact, it's all about space, twisted space delay and cosmic sounds. It'll put you on another planet. So, the beat kind of kept me grounded from maybe being on another planet. But sure, Flying Lotus, King Cruel. Now that's interesting. That be using that little pocket gadget. So I have some notes, but Shanman.
Well, you said like spacey, like other planet, but what do you think about like the noises as you're falling through a black hole?
Oh well, the reason I just said Shanman, I thought maybe she'd talk about the song next, but I'll just wrap it up in that what I thought. So that's a boogie woogie thing, sort of, right?
So catchy.
This is not a diss in any way, but you weren't taking things very seriously. So I thought that was wonderful, right? There was a kind of a quirkiness to that too. And Off Kilter works good. Oh, I think I like the length of that one for what it was, for the sounds that it was, and good use of the 10 tracks. And that sound was almost a sound I don't like, but it restrained itself enough in that final third. So I enjoyed that one as well.
Yeah, it was a comfortable length, really spacey, and just like a cute little machine. I really like the look
Yeah,
of this machine.
Cute little machine. Yeah.
Do you have a song that you want to play? I would like Dirt and I to narrow it down to our top 3.
Yeah.
Or or 2, and if we can agree on top 2 or 3, we'll re-listen to them and kind of see where we're
Can
at.
we agree?
You said you had one that was like
Yes.
an entry, but not
There
really.
was a song from a guy, the Publicity Seeker. He did a song called Stylophone Blues for the contest, but more of like a promotional thing. I already disqualified him officially because he did Stylophone with vocals. But here you go, it'll play.
Okay, and I got a review.
What's up?
I have a review of it. Sorry.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Okay,
Cool.
awesome. Well,
But remember, we're picking our top 3 for the contest, Dirt, and yeah, you're welcome to review this song after. It'll be
Well,
my
I'm
first
sad
one.
to say it's not in the top 3, but I'd like to either hear it and or talk about it.
Yeah, let's do it.
well, write up what your top 3 choices were, and she'll write up hers while we listen. It's a short one though, so
Yeah, it's tough.
it's a crunch. I'm gonna press play.
All right.
Press play.
An age of monophone, one thing at a time.
Vocals, eh?
An age of monochrome, the age was mine. The world was ours, it was enough. Didn't have all this stuff. I got my stylophone.
It's a theme song. Good.
I got my stylophone. Baby, it's coming home on my stylophone. Oh, yeah.
That's cute. Yeah, it was cute, wasn't it, though? Are we
Yeah, that
live?
was really cute. I wanted it to keep going on, mainly
Yeah,
because
it's just, again, I just thought it was just cute. In fact, that was the actual length, was it, Shinji?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, too bad he had vocals. So he had 8 tracks in there, so some of that must have been vocals. I thought that the stylophone, so it's a miniature analog stylus-operated keyboard. I guess that's what a stylophone is. Invented in 1967 by Brian Jarvis, entered production in 1968. And I guess that Dubrick is the company, right? But hey, the bands like Pulp and David Bowie and Manic Street Preachers and Bell and Sebastian. Shout out to Los Campesinos. Kraftwerk again. So Space Oddity. Oh, I think I heard of that. John Lennon played a stylophone during the rehearsal of a George Harrison song, Old Brown Shoe, in 1969. So it's just nice about the stylophones that are in here, a bit about the gear. That little song, Beep, 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 good start, has my attention. Left, right's good. Apparently it was sweet, and short and sweet. Glitchy, engaging, understandably vocals, but makes for a good theme song for a contest, but can't be an entry. And the bit of grinding and grating and jarring, again, Dirt likes that. So yeah, still nice little song. Yep. Makes me want to go back and listen to some of these bands that have used some of this gear extensively. Yeah.
You should just buy a stylophone, man.
Yes. Hey, this is not the same thing, but I finally have a sampler, software based from Waves. Got it today. It's going to be as good as I can do for now. Yeah.
They make a newer stylophone model is called the Beatboxer or something like that. But it's still got the stylophone pin, but it makes drum percussion beatbox noises instead of the electronic noise.
Yeah. Oh, no, and I should. And I would like, we spoke about theremins earlier today and yesterday. Certainly, I like a Moog makes a theremin, I think, probably still in the suitcase thing that you can briefcase. That'd be kind of sweet.
Oh, I found one that had just sold a couple hours before I searched for it. It was a Moog Theramini. It was it's like a $500 theremin, but they had it on sale on this site that I use for like $125. That's the kind of thing I wouldn't have even asked my wife for permission.
No, that's like, wow. Even US dollars, like, wow.
Sorry. I would have used crypto to get it, But,
well, welcome to Canada. You can't do that. Sorry, no
We're in
politics.
America, the land of the free.
Yeah, no politics. Okay, what do you think, Chanman?
Okay, so I wrote down 4, even though it's supposed to be a top 3.
Oh, good. No, the Chiefs will go on your 4. See how it matches up.
I want to see what do you have? Like, can we do 1 for 1? What do you have?
Well, if I heard your 4, then maybe I could just say, yeah, those 3 are in there, or that's
Okay.
that's a setup a bit.
He just circle logic you.
He
Okay.
did.
Okay, I'll do one. I'll do one. I
Okay.
want, even though Tolga, you probably shouldn't use a bass pedal. Well, actually, you can and he did. I'd like that one to be in there.
I've got Tolga on my list too, Dirt.
I mean, there has to be 3 because then again, we got to also hone in on okay, emotions. I like the space emotions because I just think the big gear. I don't know. I really like that one.
I don't have emotions on here. I have Vin Hudson, Summer on Rexel 5.
Okay, let me get to Vin and Rexel 5 because again, I used a rating system. Could work.
We both agreed on one. Maybe you should both just pick one from your list.
Oh.
I mean,
who else do you have, Dirt?
Well, I have too many notes is what I have now. That's what I have. I can't find the damn Rexel 5 again. Okay,
remember, you're only making enemies.
Okay, it seems that I like the V-Rap. What did you think of V-Rap? I know that was a distraction saying that.
V-Rap, I don't have V-Rap in my top.
Okay, and I'm not sure that I do either. That was just to kill a bit of time.
Not that I didn't like that one.
Shit. Okay, Rexel. Well, okay, so there was a bunch, and I did a scale just so people know. Everybody got a rating of between 7 and 8. Not that you're ever going to know what those gradings were, but so nobody did shitty. And now I don't know, you'd have to do damn good for a 9 even. And but so that's just a shout out to all of them. So yes, I liked it. So I might go with Summer on Rexel 5, Vin Hudson, because he had gotten an 8.
Okay.
Oh, and I said oral sculpture in the review notes, so I'd go with that one. So that's 2. That's 2.
Okay. And then you share another one.
Okay. I think I have changed my mind on something today again. Somehow or another, I got Wonder. He gained half a point today. What do you think of that Wonder? Wondering.
Oh.
Wondering.
From Rare
Yeah.
Notes.
I liked Micro Freaking Out.
I think it's just, maybe it's the title. No, Pleasure High.
Yeah, the title's great. We can do that one. I mean, I also have the Al Peter and Tetsukete. So.
Oh, the text.
Yeah, the
music.
last one and Bend and Blend.
Bend and Blend. Good pans, dramatic, playful, made me feel silly. That's probably good to feel silly. Space Age Bachelor Pad. Oh, that was the one I just liked so much. It's just some less Bachelor Pad maybe with the buzz. Now I'm nitpicking. So it was your other one? Sorry, you said Bend and Blend.
And the Project Monotron. Oh, okay.
Remember, you guys need to call Tony and
Yeah, we might need to call a tiebreaker in, but I want to at least get a top 3 to listen to again.
yeah, you have
Oh yeah, we should need a tiebreaker once we get this third done, I think. Because I know it's not the Static Symphony. Bend and Blend, eh? That's sweet. Well, you like Bend and Blend like that?
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, I'm good with that one too. Because I'd also gonna say I'd like, yeah.
So we're gonna do Tolga, Rare, and Al Peter.
Or Peter, Bend and Blend.
Peter. So Tolga, Rare Known Modes, and Peter, right?
Yes.
Does that sound?
Yes, and I'll make fresh notes on each, so it's all brand spanking new.
Yeah,
Good.
I know. This is a hard one. I'm gonna see if Tony wants
Everyone's
to join
a
us.
winner, baby. That's for sure. So
Yeah. We're gonna see if Tony wants to join in listening to the top 3.
There's Tony right there.
And
Hey guys.
all right.
too easy. Well, that's good.
let me go
Thank
back.
you again, Tony.
So
Oh,
like
thank
Tony
you,
is a
man.
contestant
Tony is going to be the tiebreaker judge.
as needed.
In
Good.
case you guys can't finalize.
Can't get it together. Good.
Shannon, I should have known when I asked Shannon to be a judge that she's not very like decisive, you know.
We'll do it. We'll get this.
I'm not, but I know we agreed on some things, and my notes are a mess right now, you guys. They're on the floor.
Yeah, you look like you're in like a 1990s business office. It's terrifying.
Okay.
I
so
think we agreed because all 3 of those had an 8 in my scale, the highest possible you could have gotten at this point.
All right, I like it. I like these choices, and I'm excited to go back to them. So let's start with our first of the top 3, Tolga with Synth Nation Waltz.
It's kind of a sucking up a name again, isn't it? Again, Synth Nation.
Here we go.
So anyway, that's great. Great structure to that.
Yeah.
And the EBO is an interesting
Yes.
approach.
This is me sort of stumbling and bumbling a bit. That's a bass guitar that's keeping the whole. He's got a bass guitar, right? That sounds just like using a bass guitar. Is that okay?
Is he using a bass guitar?
Well,
As long as it's programmed on the device, which is what him and I discussed when we talked about it.
No, yeah, I'm good. I just had to mention that, right? Because it sounded okay. I got a pretty clean bass sound happening in here, right? So I just
Let's look at the stem.
yeah. I mean, I'm all good. Just
Tony, what did you think about it? I mean, It was one of the more interesting, unique entries.
I really like the kind of synth sounds he's getting off of what's basically a guitar processor.
How much does the EBO play into this? Anybody here that plays one or knows
That's
more
what
about
I was wondering. That's what I was wondering. I'd like to see that in action.
Yeah, that's exactly what it. By the end of that, it's gonna be, hey, Tolia, can you just come and show us what you did for a moment?
And the tracks aren't labeled, so we don't know which is that.
Yeah, and I just had to mention that, and then I guess I should have probably looked about how much of the. I mean, I know what an EBO is, and we've seen it, and it's so.
It's really cool.
But we gave him 3 for the hardware, I believe, so that's fair.
Yeah, and the points will be used in the final round.
Yep, that's fair.
All right.
And I did like the arrangement.
Oh, it was an arrangement. It's good.
Beautiful song.
That could come right out of a nice 70s sci-fi.
50s.
We're really going back, huh?
That could be in a modern sci-fi.
Yeah.
Here's rare known modes entry next. Micro freaking out. Vonderdan.
It's almost like your son's, but not. I love this song. Wonder, does Rare Known Modes, do they, does he, she do film soundtracks?
Should consider it.
I think they kind of.
He does not, but he's completely self-taught, and everything that I've done with him, I'll will add, a little part, or do I did a sequencer thing for our first song we did together, and 2 days later he had built this entire synthwave track around just this really simple sequencer part.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I like that one.
Yeah, I like the relationship between the pulsating part of the synth and the way that he would get the whooshes and effects on top of that. The pulsating part really reminds me of John Carpenter. It's got that
we're definitely in that movie land, aren't we?
Serial killer music at some point, and then it was spacey, and then he had this robotic voice.
And what's cool is the robot voice he could do because the vocoder has the microphone.
Understood.
That's what was helping him. That's what was helping him get some of those whooshes going, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's what made it eligible too.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. I don't know. Maybe when I thought I was hearing Darth Vader by the end, we could have, whatever. But wonderful song.
Well, it did have that spacey feel.
Yeah,
but was visualizing
don't need Darth Vader. Bend and blend.
So yes, I guess this is our last of the top 3, and just keep in mind what you guys are wanting to decide.
You're deciding too. We're the judges, you and I, and I think we'll agree. I think we'll agree.
I'm just the most indecisive person.
Okay, agree.
All right.
So sometimes you'd think that two sounds don't go together. That almost doesn't go together, but but it does go together. Just by the way, his ambient, spacey, and again, that's a xylophone-y, which is interesting. And I liked it again. And as we talked about this before, the drama, the playfulness. Oh, Esquivel sounds, xylophones, breezy, dirty, and so good contrast between. And this, and again, a good shout out for the open source software of Surge that it was used. I don't know the DAW software, the VST plugins being used, so that I don't think that really matters in this instance.
That Surge is a very versatile synth. I mean, it's pretty much like all the cool synths from like the 80s and early 90s. FM2, FM3, wavetable. It's like
I've been playing with it. It's beefy.
Synths.
It's beefy.
Yeah. And it does sound very nice and analogish.
Yeah.
Like,
but sadly, this one loses points for that. In my guesstimation. So, hey, Shaman.
Yes. Oh gosh, so hard to decide, but
we're whittling now. Let's do it.
Based on the hardware,
just break one off.
Based on the hardware, Rare Known Modes has, I think, the most points.
Is that micro friendly? Everything micro freaking.
Micro freaking out.
I'm for micro freaking.
The Wondering.
You're for that one?
That's my pick, based on the gear, the song, the length, the movie soundtrackness of it. These other two are great as well, but
Wondering.
That's so yeah. So I like Wondering is my my winner.
Yeah. I have to agree with both of you there.
I'm not sure Shaman's agreed yet.
I agree.
Okay,
that's the one that sticks out to me as far as the use of the hardware, the cohesiveness of the song. So I think that we have a winner.
It's a nice song. Mode. And now we're going to send that out and get him a job in Hollywood. Oh, good.
Yeah, you're going to be a superstar now.
Perfect.
Really interested to see what he does with that.
Yeah. So this
and
is
a songbook complete with such hits as Camptown Races, the birthday song, Bill Bailey, Won't You Please Come Home?
Do a version. Play that. Put it on BandLab.
Jingle Bells, Fascination.
Congratulations.
And Little Brown Jug. Who could forget that timeless classic?
But I'd like to thank all of our contestants because it was just really interesting to see what you can do with one synthesizer.
Beautiful. And I was to see what these people created again. One synthesizer, good variety.
This is way different than the newer ones.
Honestly, the camaraderie too. Everybody seemed to be listening to everyone else's entry songs and supporting one another. So we appreciate that too.
I didn't read any of the comments, but I will now. Later today, because I just didn't kind of want to get into. Well, I read a few, and of course, everybody thought that each other should win. That's always super awesome.
Yeah.
And didn't want to be too impacted because. But yeah,
and there wasn't a song that I didn't like something about it. So.
And now that the contest is
all
over,
of them had fantastic experimenting. I mean, that's the beauty of like synth music. You can experiment like crazy.
The trick could be getting people that will listen to it, as we know, though, right?
Well, and I encourage all the BandLabbers out there to fork any of these contest entries. And now that it's over, all of them are forkable. So put some vocals and some percussion,
or consider some poetry. A lot of these would make great backing for poetry and spoken word.
Yeah, and there's spoken word stuff going on BandLab. Somebody I saw is doing spoken word night.
Yeah, me and Ruby and Mom and stuff.
Yeah, get them spoken wording over it. And then the next contest will be these entries with spoken word and.
Yep, we have ideas.
I have an idea for that, but I'm not sure.
And I think there are other contests coming to you for other things.
Yeah. Just keep your ears out for them.
You do this stuff again. You can invite me again if you like. It was super.
Come back anytime, Dirt. Yeah. We love to have you. We love listening to you, and you're just an awesome inspiration, very knowledgeable, a wise guy.
Wise guy. Oh, thedirtproject.com.
Good wise.
I got to do the plug for thedirtproject.com. That's my website. It's out of date because, of course, I got to put a link to this contest up there at the very least. So thank you all, thedirtproject.com.
We support you, Dirt, and you're welcome to stay after the show ends too.
If you want to chit chat with everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll hang out for a little bit. Have this. Yep.
This Zoom is open all the time, and everyone.
Oh,
gets
I see.
Yeah.
This Zoom is open all the time.
Pretty
Yep.
much.
Pretty much. You're
Well,
now
you can
part
tell
of
I'm really
Definitely
embraced-
during the evening.
See, I haven't embraced, and I may not, the social. I started in 1990 and was inventing where the back forward buttons could kind of be. So I was too busy designing to get caught up in the how you doing stuff so much. Although I understand that too, totally. But
Well, I mean, if you ever need help with anything,
Always.
it's a whole community of musicians and knowledgeable computer people, and
I
we
was
all
just sort
have
of
different
explaining
talents.
to somebody
then
thought I
there's
wasn't.
me, which are neither of those people. So
Say what? Say what? Didn't hear you, Shinji.
oh, I was just saying that and then there's people like me who aren't smart computer people who really don't know what
Care.
the fuck they're
We
doing.
really
most of the
don't
time.
care. Good.
Yeah, and again, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
I
so,
wish I wasn't a computer person.
that's all I know. So
I thank you so much, Shinji. This has been an amazing contest.
there's Angie.
Thank you so much, Shan Mom and John Dirt and Tony, for going ahead and judging and helping all of these artists and musicians to evolve and grow here in 2022. I thank you so much for tuning in here on Angified. You can watch this show again on www.youtube.com/Angified. You can check out this show and the show yesterday so you can see how they got to the top 3 and the winner. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Yay. Yeah, that was pretty cool, eh? Anyway, we'll connect soon. I got to fly for now.